The end. Thanks for listening to the John Clarence Gomez Show.
Hello. Uh, Welcome to the John Clarence Gomez Show, Jackie.
All right.
Yes, uh,
How's it going?
yes, I'm okay, and welcome to my podcast, and Merry Christmas, and it
Merry
is
Christmas and
yes,
Happy
and
Hanukkah and Happy
happy
Solstice.
holiday, yes,
Yeah.
yes,
There you go. I can see it better.
yes,
The lighting just,
yes,
you adjusted.
yes,
There we go.
yes, and he is the and can you introduce yourself to our listeners? Who is Jackie Kashian? Can you tell our listeners about yourself?
Is this being live broadcast, John?
No, it is recorded.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Because it's not being recorded on my Zoom. Are you recording it some other way?
Yes.
Oh, good for you. All right.
Yeah.
Then I'll just talk. We'll talk for an hour. Our lives will be complete. And then I'm Jackie Kashian. So I do stand-up comedy, and I live in Los Angeles. And I've been doing stand-up comedy for about 35 years.
Oh. How did you become a comedian?
Well, I went, it was back in the 1980s, 1,000 years ago. I went and saw a comedy show, and the comics were the manager said that there was an open mic on Sundays. So I went to that, like 3 Sundays. I saw stand-up, and then I did stand-up 3 weeks later. I had never seen stand-up comedy before. So when I saw it in 1984, 3 weeks later, I went and I did stand-up comedy, and I fell in love with it, instantaneous.
Can you tell our listeners about your podcast called The Dork Forest?
Okay, I have 2 podcasts, but the first podcast I have is called The Dork Forest, and it's where I interview people about what they love, right? So this week I interviewed a woman about Pokemon, because that's her favorite thing. And so we did a Pokemon episode of The Dork Forest, and it's been going on since 2006, and it's now 2022. So, like, 16 years? Yeah, 16 years of doing the podcast, and I just interview everybody, just a different person every week about what they love. Like last week, 2 weeks ago, it was the band Metallica. This guy really liked the band Metallica. And then last week, I think it was surfing. So it can be anything. You can dork out about anything. So that is, and it's at dorkforest.com. DORK.
How many?
There are episodes?
Yes. How many episodes and guests on that podcast?
Well, there's probably 950 episodes total.
Wow, that's nice.
But there's about 705 that are on the internet right now, a little over 700. And I probably have had many episodes with the same guest a couple of times in the last 17 years. So there's probably 600 people have done it. And it used to be 3 people and me, and then I brought it down to 2 people and me, and currently it is one-on-one, where I just talk to one person. It's easier to talk to them if it's just one person. But I do have another podcast. It's the Jackie and Laurie Show.
Yes.
Yeah, that one's been going on for 6 years, and there's probably 300 episodes? Can't be 300 episodes. Maybe. I don't know how many episodes. But a lot of episodes, 6-7 years of doing that one. And that one I talked with a friend, just me and her, the Jackie and Laurie Show, about stand-up comedy. Have you ever heard that one?
Yes.
Yeah, that one's kind of more just about stand up, and we just talk to each other, and it's super fun. Yeah.
Yes. I I watch stand up comedy on YouTube, and, and there are many, and
Yeah,
there
there's
are
so
many,
many.
yes, there are many stand up comedians that I watch, and and they are funny. Yes.
Oh, good. I'm glad that
Yes.
you like it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Um, and I have a new special out that's on YouTube
Yes.
that's called Staycation. If you ever want to see that, that
Yeah.
one's a good one. I have
Okay.
I
I will
have
see.
two specials that are on YouTube. One's called "This Will Make an Excellent Horcrux," and then the other one's called "Staycation." But then I have albums, those same names, and then I have 3 other albums. So I have 5 albums and 2 specials, 2 1-hour videos. If anybody wants to watch them, they're mostly on YouTube. They're kind of on Apple or Amazon. Some of them are on Spotify. They used to be on Pandora. They are not anymore. Oh wow!
What about your previous comedy albums you released? Can you tell?
Right. So the first one was called Circus People, and that was in. I think I did that one in 2000, and then the one after that is like it's never going to be bread, and that was in 2003, and then this will make an excellent Horcrux. That was in 2006, and then I think Hero was in 2016. So I think I have the numbers wrong. It was every 3 years for a couple of years, and I can't remember, but it's usually every 3 years I put out a new album. And there's 5 of them.
And what is the latest album?
The latest album is called Staycation.
Yes.
And Staycation is called Staycation because it's like the word vacation. But we were all home because of the pandemic. So it's a joke. It's not a great joke, but it's an okay joke.
I really loves joking. You know,
Yes.
in my neighborhood, when I, because I, I'm a very comic person. I'm a funny person. I love comedy, and I made jokes with my friends, and they laughing on
Awesome.
me. Yes. If there's a time, if I become a stand-up comedian, I'm um, I can be, yes. I can become a stand-up
Yes.
comedian. Yes.
Yes. You just have to find a place to try
Yeah.
3 stories that you think are funny.
Yeah.
So, let's see. It looks like you saw that weird movie with Margaret Cho and Bruce
Yes,
Daniels.
yes,
Did you see Bam Bam and Celeste?
yes. You appear in the movie Bam Bam and
I
Celeste
was
in
I was so
2000 featuring
terrible.
Margaret.
I was so not good. Margaret Cho. That's a good movie, fun movie. I was not good in that movie. She was very nice. She was like, I want you to be in, Margaret said to me, she said, I want you to be in this movie. Will you read this part? And so I read that part, and she was like, you can't play that part. You don't know how to act. And I said, okay. And she said, I still want you to be in the movie. So she gave me a much smaller part. So I did a very, just 3 or 4 lines, but it was fun.
Can you tell our listeners about your upcoming tours and promote it to
Sure.
our listeners?
Okay. I just came back from Canada. I was in Toronto, and then now for 3 weeks, I think I'm home, which is nice. And then all of my tour dates are on my website, JackieKashian.com. And it's all United States this year. And I'll be in Michigan, and I'll be in New York City, and I'll be in South Dakota, and then I'll be in San Francisco. So, but if you go to JackieKashian.com or you follow me on Instagram, at Jackie Kashian, you should be able to see where I'll be next.
Yes. As a comedian, how you make people happy on stage?
Well, I hope that I make people happy on stage, and I think I do, in the way that what I like to do is I like to tell jokes about my family and my husband and my friends and the world, but nothing. I don't like it to be too mean because I don't. It's not funny for me if it's too mean. If it's just if it's just sort of pointing out something that's kind of dumb, and then that it's not that bad, but it's mostly I talk about the silly things that I do. So I think that makes people happy.
We will talk about the next segment. I will ask what is your favorite things. Here's the number one
Okay.
question. Yes, what is your favorite food?
Baked chicken.
Wow,
You gave me these questions before. Very
Yes.
specific.
Yes.
I like a baked chicken. I
Yes,
like it all,
yes,
all different ways.
Same.
Same. What is your favorite way to make baked chicken? What kind of spices?
Yes. For me, I eat fried chicken, not big chicken, but we are same. I really really love chicken, and I also eat roasted chicken, big chicken roasted.
Yeah. Right.
Yes,
Big.
I really
Yeah.
really
Roasted
love.
chicken is great.
Yes.
Yeah. That's my favorite food.
Yes. Number two. What is your favorite songs?
Okay. My favorite song right now is a song from the movie Frozen.
Yes.
Frozen 2, actually. Not Frozen 1, Frozen 2. And it is called The Next Right Thing, I think it's called. Let's see. Next Right Thing from Frozen 2. And I will play it, and I will see if that is correct. Is that exactly what I... Put a tiny voice. It was you.
Yeah.
That
Yes.
one. That's it.
Yes.
That's my favorite song right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
For me, my favorite song. I love to listen to 1960s music. Do you know
Oh, nice.
Neil Sedaka, O Carol,
Oh,
like that? Yes, like Elvis Presley. Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
I just heard it. Yeah, I like
that
Elvis
song.
Presley. Yeah.
Yes. I really,
That's
really love
cool.
that song. Like country song. That 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 kind of song that I love. The 1960s, 70s, and 80s, like the my favorite 1980s song is Eternal Flame by the Bangles.
Oh, the Bangles. That's a great
Yes.
song, Eternal Flame. Yes.
Yes.
I like that song a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. What is your
What
favorite
is my favorite movies?
movies? Yes.
I see a lot of the Marvel superhero movies. So the last movie I saw that I loved was Wakanda Forever. I don't know if you saw it yet. Have you seen the new Black Panther movie, Wakanda
No.
Forever?
No, I didn't see.
It's great. It's really, really good.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
it's smart. It's funny. There's a lot of action, and it's got the good guys win. That's my favorite. Is when the good guys.
My
What's your favorite movie?
my favorite movie is Spider-Man, the original Spider-Man. Yes, that's I really
Oh, Toby.
and, yes,
Oh,
the original Spider-Man and I don't remember that movie. That name of the movie.
right.
Oh,
But it's one of the
Sacha
first
Baron
Spider-Mans.
Cohen. Sacha Baron Cohen. Uh,
Oh,
yes,
the Sasha Cohen one.
yes, the called the dictator. I think the dictator. Yes,
Right.
yes.
Yeah.
I really really love this movie, the dictator, and he has a movie called Borat. Yes,
That's right.
yes,
That's right.
I
He
really
did
really
like
love
those
that
two
movie,
movies.
that satire, that political satire movie. I really really love.
Yes, that's really
Yeah.
smart. That's a smart one. Yeah.
Yes.
That's silly too.
Yes. What is your favorite?
Uh
What is your favorite comedian?
my favorite comedian is my friend Maria Bamford. Maria Bamford is my favorite comedian. Do you have a favorite comedian?
Yes. My favorite comedian, is Fred Armisen. Fred Armisen is one of my favorite actors and
Oh,
comedians.
Fred Armisen is
Yes.
great.
I
Good
really really like
choice.
him. I watch Portlandia.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and
Yeah, he's so
SNL
good.
and SNL Saturday Night Live. I like I like him. Fred Armisen.
Hmm.
Yes,
That's
and
great.
also I like Chris Rock and Tina Pey and Amy Poehler. Yes, I like them.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Nice. Good call.
yeah. Did you meet? Did you meet them? Fred Armisen. Did you meet him?
I know Fred
Wow.
Armisen. Yeah,
Yes.
that's exciting, right?
Yes. Is he a
And
nice person? Is he a nice
he's a
person?
really nice person. He's a
Wow.
good guy.
Yeah.
That's a good guy. Yeah.
I really really
And,
like him.
I've never met Tina Fey, but I have met Fred Armisen and I have met Chris Rock.
Is
I
Chris?
met him too.
Yes. Is
He can
Chris
be a
Rock?
good guy. He can be.
Yes. Yes. What is your favorite Hollywood actor? This is not comedian. This is about Hollywood actor. For example, like drama and actions. Actor or
Right.
actor.
Right. I would have to right now. It's I think Margot Robbie. Margot Robbie. She played Harley Quinn in the Suicide Squad movies, and she's very very funny, but very good actress. Margot Robbie. How about you? Who's your favorite actor right
Uh,
now?
my favorite is Hollywood actor is I really really love the I don't because I watch many Hollywood films like w- yes, Sylvester Stallone, yes, and
Okay.
and Leonardo DiCaprio.
Okay.
Yes, that's my
All
favorite
right.
actor. Yes,
Wow.
yes. The last two question is what is your favorite place in the U.S. that you love to visit?
That I like to visit it would have to be Minneapolis, Minnesota, and in the summer, because it's really cold in the winter.
Yes,
And but that's where a lot of my family is there, and a lot of my old comedy friends are there. So I love Minneapolis. It's very beautiful. A lot of lakes, a lot of forests, and it's very pretty. And then it's also I like the audiences because it's really smart. They're
what
really
about
smart.
what about other countries? Did you love to visit to other countries? What?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, I did. I loved. I did stand up in the last place I did stand up internationally besides Toronto was Paris, and
Wow,
that was
that's nice.
okay. They got everything, but think about what Paris is like. I don't think of stand up comedy when I think of Paris,
Yes.
so it was okay.
Yes, because Paris, when you think about Paris is about passions like passion show and
Yeah, it
literature
feels.
and arts.
Yeah,
Yes.
it doesn't seem. And so then before that, I was in Hanoi,
Wow.
and I did stand up in
That's
Hanoi,
nice.
and
Yes,
that was
it's
really
very
fun. That was super fun. And then before that, I was in. Oh, I did comedy in Poland and Turkey, but that was for the American soldiers. That was for the U.S. troops. So it wasn't local. So I didn't get to meet anybody normal. I just met more Americans.
What about my country, the Philippines? Did you visit this country?
I have not. I have always wanted to go to the Philippines
Wow.
because it was it. I liked. I like. First of all, I like Filipino chicken.
Yes.
There's good work being done with
Yes.
chicken.
Yes, like
Philippines.
yes. There
So
there
good.
is adobo chicken adobo. Yes, I know.
Yes, it's delicious. But even just normal, like in just the Filipino spices are nice.
Yes.
And but I would like my friend. I have I have some Filipino friends who do stand-up in the Philippines, and they said that they would do it, that they could help me if I wanted to go, but it's very expensive to get there. So, have you ever heard of Ron Josel?
No. But
Ron Josel is a Filipino comic, but he's from Canada.
I have a friend who is a comedian, a Filipino comedian, but he is not based in the Philippines. He is based on Singapore. I have a friend
Okay.
called they are two. Their name is Orion Perez Dumdum and John
Okay.
Casio. Yes, they are Filipino comedian in Singapore. Yes.
But in Singapore.
Yes.
I also did stand up in Hong Kong, and that was exciting. That was very cool. But I would like to do the Philippines. I would like to do Indonesia, and I would like to go to Malaysia. But I have not been to any of them.
Here is the final questions. Can you give a little advice to our listener who wants to become a comedian, and can you also promote your podcast to our listeners and encourage them to listen?
Okay. I would say if you want to do stand-up comedy, you have to find a place, right? Like you want to do stand-up, right? Is there a place in your town that has stand-up comedy?
Yes, there is a place in Pasay, in the Philippines, in Pasay. It is a city near to Manila. There are many casinos there and stand up.
Oh, it's in a casino?
Yes, they're in Pasay. Yes.
Okay. So do they have an open mic? Do they have a night when anyone can go up?
Because
or no?
here in the Philippines, we in many casinos in some entertainment places here in the Philippines, open mic seems rare, and most of them are only hired. If you want to become a stand-up comedian here, you need to be hired. I know.
Okay, so there's nowhere to practice and not be good.
Yeah.
Like there has to be a place, because when everybody starts, right? Everybody is terrible.
Yeah.
There's no way to start out and be really good right away. You could be kind of funny, but you have to learn. It's like anything. It's like basketball, right? You don't just go right away and know how to play basketball. So with stand-up comedy, you have to find a place to try the jokes. So is there do you have any other people who want to try and do stand-up
No.
you?
No, I don't
Just
have.
you?
Yes, that's only by watching and listening
Okay.
to stand-up comedian. Yes.
Here's what I would suggest. To try to do stand-up comedy, I think here's what you want to do. You want to Google stand-up comedy open mic on Zoom, because I think it's still happening. Remember when there was lockdown, nobody could go anywhere, and everybody did Zoom, and there were open mics. Open mic comedy Zoom. Virtual comedy open mic.
Yes. Wow,
They
that's
have it.
nice. Yes.
It exists.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
Here's what I suggest. If you can, find a coffee shop or a comedy club in your town to do open mic. They're only going to give you 3 minutes, so it doesn't matter. You don't have to come up with a lot of jokes. You could just come up with 3 jokes, do them, and then get off stage. You're done, right?
Yes.
And then you've done stand-up comedy
Yes.
one time. And then you do it again and again and again. You write new material. You work on old material. So both, right? So, and with you, because you live in a town that doesn't have open mics, and Philippines doesn't have open mics,
Yeah.
I suggest it's harder because now you have to try to do stand-up comedy in English, right? Over the internet.
Yes.
In a virtual open mic. But I
Yeah.
suggest that you Google, I'm going to put it in the chat, virtual open mic.
Yeah.
So if you Google those words
Yes.
and see if you could go to the show and then ask the people who run the show if maybe you could try
Yeah.
3 minutes.
Yeah.
And they would say, probably, sure. They're not going to, if it's an open mic, anyone can go up.
Yes.
And you gotta practice.
Yes.
Okay.
Can you also promote your podcast to our listeners and encourage them to listen? Yes.
Sure. My name is Jackie Kashian, JackieKashian. And if you go to my website, JackieKashian.com, it's got everything. It's got clips of me doing stand-up comedy. It's got T-shirts and pins and albums and DVDs. It's got everything. And then it also has a link to 2 of my podcasts, The Dork Forest and the Jackie and Laurie Show. And then it also has my tour dates for whenever I am doing stand-up comedy around the world. So if you want to see that, please go to JackieKashian.com.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Jackie, for guesting on my podcast. And it's time to say bye. We are in 25 minutes now, so bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
The end. Thanks for listening to the John Clarence Gomez Show.